Audrey's role in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage and young Sheldon often highlighted her inflexibility that made her enemies, but two of her relationships in particular were especially conflictual. Audrey's opposition to Georgie and Mandy's relationship, her constant criticism of Mandy's ideas and her ungratefulness toward Georgie, who tried his best to be part of the family, all highlighted how Audrey was established as Georgie and Mandy's first marriage's villain. While often critical of Mandy, Audrey's most conflictual relationship had always been with Georgie, whom she viewed as the reason behind the end of Mandy's life as they knew it. Audrey's inability to see the good in Georgie returned constantly in young Sheldon and Georgie and Mandy's first marriage episodes 1 and 2. Audrey was sure Georgie wouldn't have shown up for Cece's birth in young Sheldon, dismissing him every time she could and commenting negatively on how he talked or how he approached life. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage episode 1's ending had them be civil, but Georgie's stress made him lash out at Audrey in particular in episode 2. However, Mandy's major credit card problem introduces a new variable, which finally brokered a truce between Georgie and Audrey. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage episode 3's main storyline was introduced by Georgie's brand new credit card, but it almost solely focused on the big secret Mandy kept from him. Mandy's major credit card debt inspired various comic relief moments in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage episode 3, especially after Georgie confronted Mandy's ex-boyfriend who owed her money, but it also substantially changed Georgie and Mandy's bond. Indeed, after learning about her secret, Georgie saw Mandy more like a person and less like the idealized version of Mandy in his mind. This inevitably changed Georgie and Audrey's bond too. Despite being blindsided in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage season 1, episode 3, Georgie did the upstanding thing of offering the help needed for Mandy to pay her debt. This prompted Georgie's proposal to use Jim's tow truck for stranded vehicles, which Audrey completely agreed with, thinking it smart and useful. Audrey complimenting Georgie to his face over one of his ideas was revolutionary, never having happened before. This automatically instituted a truce between the two opponents, highlighting the similarities in their proactive approach to making the business better and simultaneously trying to help Mandy. Georgie and Audrey's fight went on for a long time before Audrey could finally see Georgie's good qualities in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage episode 3. Both their interest in making money built bridges, even letting them agree on Audrey's jokey plan of dropping nails on Main Street so that potential customers would need the tow truck, thus calling Georgie. However, Georgie and Audrey's temporary truce cannot continue forever, as many of the things Audrey saw in Georgie in a post persisted along with Georgie's savvy business attitude, with Audrey erupting in joy every time the end of Mandy and Georgie's relationship is broached. No matter if it is a consequence of Georgie's behavior or Mandy's, another fight will inevitably happen between Georgie and Audrey. After all, Audrey finding things in common with Georgie doesn't delete months of subtle campaigns against him. Coupled with Audrey's refusal to be held accountable for her harsh comments, it's inevitable their next fight will happen soon, souring once again the peace that had finally reached the McAllisters in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage episode 3.